Welcome back to GearCheckGames. This is episode 18, the last episode of our Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes for the GameCube playthrough.
Was this area always labeled the escape route?
I think so.
What was it called before Snake and Meryl were escaping?
The entrance route? I don't know.
Oh yeah. They not only is this the last room with guards, it's also the last room with those stinking cameras. And you don't have any of your gear that you've collected throughout the game to deal with it.
Yeah, it's too bad. One chaff grenade could have saved us all this trouble.
No key.
Yeah,
We
or
just
even-
got key. Oh.
I surrender.
Alright, keys.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
They can just keep shooting the crap out of you, but you can still get in the car. So it's like, oh yeah, the final gun is a infinite ammo gun on the back of this truck.
Yeah. This is where your non-lethal run ends.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Well, you can shoot, like, how do you non-lethal them if you don't shoot the barrels?
I don't know, honestly. I've seen at least one speedrun of this game, but I was kind of half watching, and I don't remember how they handled this part.
I'm pretty sure speedrunners say that the barrel kills don't count because they're required.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, like, you couldn't even get to this point non-lethally anyway, because, like, you gotta kill the guards in Raven's tank.
Well, no,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can shoot them
Don't you?
with the M9.
Oh, I guess you do, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that you didn't have to use grenades.
Right. Which is the best
Yeah,
way.
you gotta shoot both barrels. But not always.
Oh my god, are they actually playing music from Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
Finally, in the very last sequence of gameplay, we get music from the game that this is a remake of.
In the 11th hour. I will say that, like, the original soundtrack is stellar.
Dude, what?
It does suck that there was those rights issues.
How are you alive?
I don't know if it was a rights issue that prohibited them, because this has like the MGS1 like main theme in it. It's just it's just kind of tucked away.
Oh yeah, not only is Liquid trying to shoot at you and kill you, he also has his brights on.
So okay, yeah, at this point we've we've blown him up inside a helicopter, Metal Gear Rex. We've punched him a bunch of times and knocked him from the top of a giant robot, and here we're like pumping him full of hundreds of bullets.
Yeah. Yet
Listen.
he says he got the recessive genes.
He said so much bad stuff, and having his brights on, that's where he's gone too far.
Yeah,
I know.
it's crossed
It's just
the
a
line.
dick
We gotta
move.
stop this madness.
Yeah, sorry for the inevitable darkness of my capture card in this area.
Yeah, I guess the brights were kind of a double-edged sword. At least we could kind of see what was happening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, doesn't he sometimes get, like, super close and, like, punch you if you take too long?
He, like, road rashes you.
That's another one
Yeah.
of those parts that feels a lot harder on PS1 for whatever reason. I think you just beat the game, didn't you?
Yeah, that was the last fight.
Wow. This
The
music.
random guitars.
It's like some Devil May Cry shit.
Yeah, it does sound
It
like
It is.
Liquid just pulls out like a pizza.
Welcome to the early 2000s.
This guitar.
I know. Wait,
She's dead.
did she get shot? What happened? Are his arms that long he could, like, pistol whip her from all the way over there?
I think she probably just, like, smacked her head when they crashed.
Jesus
Oh.
H. Christ.
Oh, my
Control
lord.
yourselves, people. You don't need bullet time in every action sequence.
Oh, I love this headbutt. This is so funny.
Why did you need to headbutt?
He could have just punched him.
It is a
What if he's
miracle
like-
that Jeep has not like run into one of the walls.
Yeah, or like the tank leaked completely out or exploded already.
There's no room for logic in this piece of interactive entertainment.
Well, yeah, we can finally see things. We're in the snow again.
Yeah. Contrast. It's a beautiful thing.
God, they should not have lived through that.
Not really, but whatever.
It doesn't even have a roll bar. Who makes a Jeep without a roll bar?
Now shoot him again.
How does he not out of bullets? I like to think that that's our FAMAS from the beginning of the game.
He doesn't even have the infinite ammo bandana on. What are you doing, Liquid?
Yeah.
What kind of cheat codes do you have turned on?
Hasn't he played this game before?
I guess he didn't go through the VR training.
Oh yeah, I do kind of like this because it's a bit of a callback to like the seeds that were sowed in like the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
It's like
Poetic
everyone.
justice.
Yeah. It's like everyone Snake encounters who's of importance in this unit just keeps dying. There it was.
Is Liquid just covered in ash, or is his body?
I was gonna say, is his whole lower body just like cartoonishly covered in soot?
We didn't want to animate his pants.
Just kidding.
What? He's getting back up.
What? I don't remember this.
He's got a will of iron.
This was definitely not in the original.
Keith.
He just ragdolls.
I actually kind of like that. It's like no matter how hard he fought, it still got him.
Just gets up again. We can do this all day, bravo.
I'll fight you, disease.
For a second, I thought he was gonna like fall forward and Snake was gonna like catch him. Oh god, I thought that was Liquid's hand. It looked like it.
Snake turns around and it's Otacon, or it's not. It's the Liquid wearing that orange vest. He looks down and Meryl's dead on the floor.
Looking for your girlfriend, Snake.
It was me all along, Snake.
In this game, everyone's Liquid.
Yeah.
See, we were octuplets.
Just 8 liquid instead of like Foxhound members. It's just a bunch of liquids.
Yeah, when you pushed him off the Metal Gear, he did actually die. And when you blew up the Harrier,
Yeah, it's just
or not the Harrier,
different liquids coming after you.
Yeah.
Wow, what a revelation.
It's like Evangelion. Oops, spoilers.
Don't worry, I won't remember by the time I get around to watching that show.
Oh yeah, you're the only one who hasn't watched it.
You're the only one who doesn't know.
Oh yeah, Naomi's gonna give us a pep talk here in a minute once we start walking down the mountain.
Just what we need after such a harrowing climax.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we find out that Otacon's still alive and kicking.
I don't know if it's just because like I was introduced to the series via 3 and that's kind of like my baseline, but I always thought the finality of MGS 1 was kind of awkward because like what I remember is like the fight with Rex and like the moment with Gray Fox and everything, but like a lot of the stuff after that is kind of like, oh, and then we like punch Liquid and then we like escape through the tunnel and it's like it doesn't really, for me it doesn't really like exceed the Rex fight.
Yeah, the Rex fight's like the climax of the game.
Whereas like I feel like MGS 3 kind of like the finale kind of like ramps up gradually, and like the last thing you do in that game is like, well, I guess there's like the little part with Ocelot after that where you're just playing Russian roulette.
You just get through like offing your mentor, and then you have this silly like literal Russian roulette in the back of the jet.
But to me it kind of like that scene always kind of, well, we can talk about that later. We can talk about that much later, as in years from now.
Oh yeah, Campbell got control of the mission again, and they're not getting nuked. Everyone's gonna live.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I know we're kind of like talking about other things over this ending, but it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't really resonate with me so much as like the other games do. I don't know if that's just because like it's been so long like that we've been recording these videos, but I mean it's it's fine, it works. It's
I would say like the ending, the whole like ending bit is supposed to be like it's supposed to be like telling Snake to like go live your life. Like you don't have to be tied to all this bullshit. Sorry we roped you into this again.
Mm-hmm.
You're free to go, but also you might be an international criminal now. Because don't they frame him for something, or is that not till 2?
That's not until 2. Well, I think they're him and Otacon are like labeled as terrorists like after the Shadow Moses incident, or they're somehow like blacklisted.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're just doing their own thing too, and then they don't become terrorists until the tanker incident.
They are like sabotaging military operations.
Oh yeah, they are working against the specifically the military's nuclear operations.
Right.
Or
it's like
Metal Gear stuff.
Yeah. It's like completely run by one of the Patriots, though, isn't it?
We'll learn about all of them in the sequel.
Pretty much everything's run by the Patriots.
I think what it is with me and MGS1 is that, like, I guess I can kind of get into some of my final thoughts here before the credits start, but, like, this is a game that I have a lot of respect for, and I think a lot of the stuff that it does, you know, was really cool and novel, like, in its time, and, like, in a lot of ways it's still, you know, really, like, outside the box in terms of design, but also, I don't know, I feel like, I don't want to say it, like, hasn't aged well, because I think it has. Like, it's still a game I enjoy going back to from time to time, but, like, it's not my first choice among the Metal Gear series.
Yeah. Well, like you said, since it's the first of its series, like, it sets all these precedents, but, like, the others do it better and in different ways.
Yeah, and in more interesting ways. Specifically, like, 2 and 3 for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, to, you know, make the terrible joke that everybody makes, like, this is still, like, a very solid game, and especially for the time to commit and, like, the ambitious, like, level of cinematics and storytelling.
Yeah, even in the time of the remake, like, I'm just glad that they did the remake so more people could see it.
Yeah, the
play it.
Nintendo, the isolated, like, Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
I say this describing myself at the time as well, so no hard feelings there. I was a GameCube kid.
Oh yeah. What are some of the other weird ports Metal Gear got? Didn't 2 come to the? Oh yeah, and then Sons of Liberty on the Xbox original.
Yeah, that was the original release of Substance, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, and then they, like, ported it to PS2 later. I think the PS2 version is, like, technically the best. Like, it has the features of the Xbox version, but the Xbox version also, like, I know the Xbox is a more powerful console, but I think it screwed up some of the visual effects of 2.
Oh. Wonder which one speedrunners use. Well, they probably use the 360 version, don't they? Or the PS3 version.
I don't know. I think for Snake Eater they use the PS3 version because, you know, it's just faster and there's some exploits
less
that
load
take advantage of, but
oh yeah, Naomi's just like talking philosophy over this cutscene of them finding the snowmobiles in the cave.
I love the notion that she's telling them this in real time and they're just not paying attention to any of it.
Like, we're trying to escape, Naomi, shut up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite lines in Metal Gear history is coming up.
Look, I found this.
Classic line.
You can use it on your next playthrough.
As a reminder.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying Meryl's lines in the voice of Snake.
Oh yeah, she's giving me the New Game Plus bandana, which I'm already wearing. I'll put it on top of my other bandana.
Yeah.
Double infinite ammo.
I was getting ready to say double infinite ammo.
Now I can have 2 pistols with infinite ammo.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
Shut up. Don't take this away from me.
I'm the protagonist.
I think he's finally realizing how, like, weird a life he's lived.
I was always kind of shocked by Snake's dialogue here because he starts to kind of talk in like a more lighthearted, casual way.
Yeah.
Almost like uncharacteristically so. But it's kind of nice. It's like, he probably deserves to have some levity in his life after all he's done and been through.
Yeah, he's all
That's something I
serious
like
and
about-
shit during the mission, but then when the mission's over, he's like, alright, yeah. Now it's David time.
Crack open a cold one.
I'm Dave
But
again.
I'm already cold. No!
Oh yeah, you learn his name, so then you realize that Dave and Hal are
Yeah, that's in the Otacon ending.
Right.
Yeah,
They make a joke about going to space or something.
nice.
Hey, look, it's the Aurora Borealis.
At this time of year?
We are in Alaska.
Oh, that is true.
In this part of the country.
I wonder if they're in the infinite daytime time of Alaska right now.
Steamed hams, but Superintendent Chalmers is an idiot.
Oh yes, Snake's more weird knowledge of the Native Americans that live up there.
Who would love to see like a Planet Earth style documentary narrated by David Hayter
I'd love that.
instead of David Attenborough?
I'd like to see a Planet Earth documentary narrated by David Hayter, but instead of Solid Snake, it's Big Boss, and it's just talking about how all the different animals taste.
It's like unrelated to the footage. Kind of like
He's
what
just
we're
like
doing.
making up. He's just making up facts about them.
He's like making
These
his own
luminescent
little-
mushrooms refill your batteries if you eat them.
comes-
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait. No, I see what you did.
are you just YouTube pooping the ending now?
Come on, Snake, get going.
That's another joke I stole from Hi, I'm Daisy. I have to credit them. Surely I wouldn't make that
All
joke
rights
twice.
reserved.
Yeah. Aw. Snake learns to love again.
I guess love can bloom on a battlefield.
So do you think, like, when they escape Shadow
I'm doing
Moses... What kind of house does Snake live in? Does he live in like a dinky
Definitely a
little
log cabin.
You listen to
Yeah.
He lives in the snake pit.
He killed a bear for its cave, and he just set up shop in there. Oh yeah, these games were built to spread awareness about nuclear proliferation.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are we gonna get the Metal Gear Godzilla crossover?
In the VR missions, remember?
All right, we already got that.
Genola?
Yeah, Ginola.
Yes.
In 2003, the year this game... Actually, no, the game takes place in 05, right?
Here's all of our friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget Jennifer Hale is Naomi.
Rob Paulson.
If you guys want to hear a good interview, one of the most recent episodes of Retronauts has a really good hour-long interview with Jennifer Hale. Maybe I'll link it in the comments.
Yeah. Here, of course, we get The Best Is Yet to Come, the first iconic vocal theme of Metal Gear Solid, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, every Metal Gear gets an amazing vocal track.
Yeah, even the crappy ones.
Yep.
Sorry, even the crappy one.
Yep.
Hey, I liked the vocal. Didn't
No, the vocal theme is amazing. It's just like, oh my god. I know I'm like 5 years late to the party, but man, everybody's right about that. Phantom Pain. Never mind.
Wait, didn't 5 get 2?
Yeah,
Didn't
well,
it?
actually,
It got Nuclear and then something else.
well, Nuclear
What was
wasn't
that?
written for the game. That already existed.
It was also nowhere in the game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It was only in the trailer.
Well, neither was
Oh.
Sins of the Father, except when he smokes a cigarette to pass the time.
Yeah. except in the car trip with Skullface.
The Jeep ride. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
When you're just
where
you're on a car trip with your friends and you just run out of things to talk about,
Best,
so you
worst
just
scene ever.
sit next to each other awkwardly while the radio
Yeah,
plays.
pretty much.
Yeah, we get more stock footage of Alaska. This is where Snake lives, way up here.
It's a little igloo on the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Snake would live in an igloo.
And here we get some footage of global warming. It's all those nukes. They're not making it any better.
Yeah, they're melting the snow slowly. That's where they stored them, in icebergs.
Solid Eagle. Anyway, I guess my opinion on this game is I really enjoy it. Like I said in the first episode, I went big on the gameplay of the original PlayStation one, so this is the one I played. And yes, I know it has all the silly Matrix cutscenes, but I feel like that's what makes this a little better. Is it's a little more silly and doesn't really take itself seriously. I feel like that's what you kind of gotta do with Metal Gear is like take it seriously, but not too seriously. It's kind of a weird balance.
I feel like I think that's true. I just feel like the other games they kind of do a better job of like riding the line in a way that almost doesn't seem like it should work, and yet it does. I think what rubs me the wrong way about the additions to the cinematics and like the choreography in Twin Snakes is it's like completely tacked on. The original didn't have any of that, and it's like I guess my assessment of Twin Snakes as a remake is like I don't own it, and I haven't played it since like 2013. But I don't really feel like I'm missing out on that much just by playing the original Metal Gear Solid. Like, I don't feel like yes, it did improve a lot of things, but it also didn't improve it to a degree that it, like, obsoleted the original or made it feel like you're not, it's not worth playing anymore. It's not like a substitute.
Yeah, you can still get like 99% the same experience.
But yeah, not like to crap on Twin Snakes or anything. I think it's fine. It's just, not everything that a remake of Metal Gear Solid could have been.
I will say the original offers that like different sound font, so it has like a very unique feel.
Oh yeah.
To it. And like we said earlier, the tone is way different in the original, and I feel like that like there is a little something lost. Like the urgency is lost in this one.
I guess some of that might have to do with just like the stylistic differences between the cinematics of like one and like every game after that. Like there's a lot more like breathing room in the cutscenes between lines of dialogue, almost to a point where it like slows things down a little too much. Whereas in MGS1, the characters are just kind of like rattling off like line after line after line,
They only had so much space on the disc. They couldn't let it play too long.
We only have like 5 hours in this apartment complex. We need to get through this.
God.
How many pages did you say, Mr. Kojima? 6,000?
Yeah, like, what was the deal with the original's recording? Because I know that's one of the biggest deals.
I think
that,
the when they uncompressed the audio, there was too much like noise audible, like from just like background noise and like
they didn't soundproof the room.
So they had to re-record like every line of dialogue so that it would hold up like to modern like sound standards, I guess.
Right. I guess they did they not think it was going to be a hit? They're just like, oh yeah, we're just going to poop this out. Here we go.
I think that's just kind of how English dubs of like, especially of video games at the time, were handled. Like it just wasn't treated very seriously. So they just kind of did what they could, and they did a great job, like for the time.
Oh yeah.
And even today, it's still, pretty excellent, like English dub voice acting.
Like, it still kind of felt like they were trying to make it, like, I know we've said this before ad nauseum, but it felt like he was trying to make an animated movie. And Twin Snakes really reflects that more so, especially with the action scenes.
Oh boy, you guys ready for the series tradition, the post-credits plot twist? As if this game needed any more plot twists.
Oh yeah, this is...
Hector?
He comes back. He's all over this playthrough.
I forgot if it was... It was probably Vinny or something. Someone asked him if he would like to see a Kojima make a movie, since that seems to be what Kojima like really wants to do.
Right.
Looking at his games. and he was just like, I don't know if I have the time to sit down and watch a 6-hour movie.
Yeah, that level of like painstaking detail and exposition, like it works better with the pacing of a game.
Yeah.
I would actually I would rather see like either an animated miniseries or just a miniseries set in the Metal Gear universe.
Maybe like the Castlevania show on Netflix.
Yeah, I would dig that.
I would be interested. I've talked to Dan about this a little bit off the record, but like even with Kojima gone, I would be interested to see like, you know, somebody like with talent and like with care for Metal Gear to like do like kind of a reboot of the series and kind of take it in their own direction, but with like like the familiar elements.
For whatever Metal Gear 6 will be.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what I know it's not a direct proxy, but it doesn't the Assassin's Creed games fill that niche for a lot of people? Yeah, I'm a hyena.
Yeah. Congratulations. Clear code, what does that do? Oh yeah, couldn't you like send these to Konami to get like physical rewards, like if you got like Big Boss or something?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Probably a high score thing or an online
I think Dan was telling me when
leaderboards.
I got Foxhound on 3 that like, oh, you should send that to Konami and like get the jacket or something.
That'd be cool if they still honored that to this day.
I think I might be a couple decades too late on that one, unfortunately.
we got a warehouse full of sweaters. We gotta get rid of them somehow.
The moths
All
are eating
right.
them.
So what's next?
Well, oh boy, this isn't gonna be fun. So, for the time being, Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes is going to be our last B game. From here on out, for the foreseeable future, I think we're just going to focus on like airing one game at a time. So, the Wonderful 101 is going to be like the only thing airing on the channel for the next few months, I guess. And to be honest, that's basically just been due to scheduling conflicts. It's been a little bit difficult for us recently to get everybody together, especially like when we have guests, to find time that like works for everybody, and to, you know, times of the day when there's not to go back to the Metal Gear Solid voice clips, when there's not like outside noise interfering with the recording.
Yeah.
So
that has happened.
Yeah, it's just, you know, if we're gonna, and part of it too is just giving like people who do playthroughs like time to recover in between games. Like Trey, you know, he recorded 50 episodes of Kingdom Hearts and then immediately went into Twin Snakes and like uploaded that entire thing, and it just, you know, the man
because I'm a madman.
Trey had a hard few months, and he needs to rest.
Trey's had a hard life.
So we're gonna try out one game at a time for the foreseeable future, and just see if it works better for us. But yeah, we do have plans to continue, and we hope to see you over in the Wonderful 101 commentary, played by Dan.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts about the Twin Snakes or Metal Gear before we send them on their way?
Dan, this was your virgin Twin Snakes experience, wasn't it?
Yep.
Did you fall in love all over again?
No. 'Cause love can't bloom on the battlefield, as it turns out.
Well, that's a downer ending.
So I'm not part of Wonderful 101, but whatever you guys do next time, I'll try to be there. So until then, I'm
It
gonna.
won't be too long.
As Naomi said, I'm gonna go and live my life. So.
Wait, before you go, plug your show, plug your podcast.
Oh yeah, I have a podcast called Player Pandemonium. It's just a little podcast audio blog thing that I do. You can find it on Spotify, Google Podcast, pretty much everything that's not Apple Music. For some reason, I just the site I use doesn't reach the Apple Music, and I've just not gotten the time to like just set that up yet. So anyway, yeah, the podcast is called Player Pandemonium, and check it out.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, dude. Thanks for sticking it out with us.
No problem.
It has been fun.
Yeah. Well, if that's all, we'll see y'all in Wonderful 101.
See you next time, Space Cowboy.